Bridge Show again, baby. We back. They didn't kick us off after the first week, baby.
Oh, no.
We got the Bridge Show going again, and we're coming to you guys again live from Cleveland, the MSC Radio Network. It's Vance the Hungry Twin and the lovely Valentine again. That's you. Hey, we're glad to see you guys again. We're here, and we just want to talk about the things that we talk about. So many times people want just positive, a lot of energy, and just things that will help them to get through their lives.
Right.
And that's why we talk about the bridge, right? We can help them to bridge their life someplace, you know, or maybe, you know, if we can. Yeah, if we can be positive.
Maybe we can.
Yeah, right. That's what we try to do every single time. So how'd your week go this week, Valentine?
Excellent.
Yeah.
My week went so
Good.
well.
Good.
I started in my salon.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I'm a managing cosmetologist.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, it just went awesome.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, hey, that's what we do. Hey, we continue to work. We did everything.
Maybe we can have the cameras in there for the next show.
Yeah.
And let people know how I get down in the
right.
salon. That'd be cool.
That's
What about you, Mr. Whitmore?
My week was fantastic. You know, I cooked barbecue for people all week.
Okay.
And that was cool, you know, because we can always feed people. It's always lovely to feed somebody.
Yes, it is.
Hey, you know what I always say? This is what I always say. I say that if I feed somebody a good meal, they will remember me forever. Like you think about a nice pair of pants, a nice pair of shoes. You won't remember that forever. But you'll remember a good meal for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you would. Absolutely.
That's
the key to the soul, they say.
That's right.
The belly, I forget.
Yeah, right. you forgot the exact line. That's cool.
But I know how to eat. I know how to smell to get to that grub.
Exactly.
I can do that.
Exactly.
I can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see, I told you I would bring another hat today. I brought my other hat.
Oh, yeah, I keep my hats tight too.
I did what I had to do.
Time.
That's cool.
Don't wait on that. You already know I'm coming through.
Hey, you know what? And since we're a new show, I was going to ask you.
Show?
A new show. This is our second
New
week.
show?
New show. The Bridge
New show?
That's right. We're a
New
new
show.
We're a new show. You know what I'm saying? You know, we want to give people an idea of everything that we're trying to accomplish.
Absolutely.
You know, so we'll continue to talk about it.
So what's some ideas that you have?
You know what?
What's some goals or some motivations that you would give and let the audience get a little direction of what you want to do with this show, and how far have you come so far with the Bridge?
Well, you know what? I think this is what I like about what I've done.
Okay.
I'm able to come here. I'm able to talk about different things that, of course, people have done successfully. We met a lot of people. You know, as I feed people, I see, Valentine, that they come in, and when they like what I've done, they always will come back, and we can have some real significant conversation. And then, you know, they'll talk about some things that will assist them in making it, and, of course, things that we can do. That we can help other people with. So that's what I like about what I am, and I think what we can do with the show, because we do get that interaction with people who are very successful, who understand what to do, and how they get on it.
It's basically that bridge or that path we end up having to cross each day.
Right.
I mean, you just don't even know really how many people come across that wants to eat barbecue.
That's right.
Really.
So
I mean, it's just amazing.
Hey, you know what? I see millionaires. I see billionaires all the time, right? But they ate as they came up before they became millionaires. They ate ribs and chicken. They ate the greens and the macaroni and cheese. So they always were people who like. And
what put you in this position though? Why is it that you wasn't intimidated by these people?
Well, you know what?
Or what drew that? I know food was there. People want to eat all the time. People love to eat, but. But how do you do that? People are so intimidated by this. They see somebody, they just, my God. Oh my God, and they just come off so wrong.
Well, now two things happen. When you feed somebody, even who has a little money or whatever, when you feed that guy and you fed him well, then he's gonna come back and see you again, because he understands that, hey, this guy he does something that I liked. You appeal to another sense, as it were. So really, it becomes more than anything else, and an opportunity really to reach into that individual's life, into his whole existence, because now he feels like, dang, this guy feeds me right. And it's beyond the money at that point. It's just that it tasted good. He wants to taste it again. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I think we got. Yeah, that's the bridge.
That's the bridge.
He tasted good, and he wants to taste it again every day.
Every Wednesday at 8:00.
So
every Wednesday.
Let me ask you that question though, because you kind of. So what do you think? As it relates to why you are involved in this situation, what would you like to tell our listeners is something that we're trying to accomplish in this. What do you think?
Absolutely. Chance and opportunity comes to every man.
Right.
So you can't wait on anybody to give it to you. You have to go out by any and every means necessary to go get it. It's a lot of things that you want.
Right.
It's a lot of things that you probably can't even have.
Right.
It's a lot of things that somebody told you that you would never get in your lifetime.
Right. Exactly.
To each his own. But for me, standing next to people that, oh my God, Johnny Gill, the OJs, Eddie Levert, Ace Hood. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on. Things that I write down and say, this is a goal that I step up to, that I want to do and I want to meet. And I'm knocking down these goals. This is realistically here.
No doubt.
This is not just like, oh,
it's a dream.
Yo, Chris, paste this picture with this picture and put me with this person.
Right. You're living this. You're living
Put me with this person right here. This is... Come on, this is the real deal.
And that's cool.
Reality radio.
Reality radio. That's what we got, Well, and okay, so now we're gonna take another bridge here, because we're gonna talk about, of course, the people that we have been able to meet and talk to, and then how we have been able to benefit from them, and even I think about within my business,
Right.
My granddad started like 68 years ago, and he came with just a good sauce. He always wanted to make the customer satisfied at what he did. So some of that came through, of course, to my dad. And in me as third generation, it came down to me that I should make sure that whatever it takes to give them what they need. They want to be able to taste something that is consistent, that is tasty, that they perceive at least is real and is healthy. So I mean, all of these things came into me. So of course, in this time frame, a lot of people are more interested in healthy options of eating and that type of thing. But right now, I'm saying to you that I have an opportunity to show these people not only a good, tasty food, but also something that's even healthy for them.
The sauce is awesome.
Oh, well,
my God,
it's granddaddy sauce. It's granddaddy sauce. And I just keep making granddaddy sauce, because I mean he did such a thing.
So you got this idea from your granddad.
My grandfather,
and your
third
granddad
generation.
is no longer here with us.
No, he's not.
But your dad is still here, correct?
My dad's still here. He's 70. He ate Whitmore's barbecue, so he's 73 years old now. He's still surviving. so that's good. I mean, and I don't know.
Shout out to Mr. Whitmore.
That's right. My father, what I'm saying, Virgil Whitmore Jr. You better believe it. That's what he gave me. But as a twin, I'm an identical twin too. So as a twin, of course, I saw things a little bit differently too, because we had, my brother and myself, we were pretty good during our lives. We were able to do things, kind of conquer things together, and a lot of times it just put me into a mindset that we could in fact do pretty much anything that we wanted to do, and we did. So I mean, I've always enjoyed
How
that.
can that continue to grow? Because sometimes when people get the idea that they can do something, I don't even know if is there anything else left to be done.
Right.
So how do you get into this mindset of not being lazy on your own, on your time or somebody else's time?
Well, you know what? I think, and this is why it comes to my name, the Hungry Twin, that you still have to be driven to succeed. You have to be driven to enjoy. You have to be driven to look for different new opportunities and even new relationships. And so all of these things are what I've continued to look into and identify and just I just like seeing people, understanding people, and being with people. I mean, I love people, and that's why I think that as the Hungry Twin, and as I feed the many people that I've fed, I mean, over a billion served, Whitmore's.
So what about that? Let's go back over the years, because how long you been doing this? The business been in for 68 years
68
now?
years.
Wow, that's a long time. Yep. So how long have you been putting your hands inside the sauce?
I've been over there for 35 years now.
35 years.
35 years. Dad,
well, that's older than me. Hey.
35 years.
That's a long time.
You didn't know I was 90 years old, did you? I look good for 90.
You're 110. That birth certificate says 110.
You didn't know I was like this after all these years. So what we do. But I mean, it never really left me.
That's
and I think about that burn. I think about the desire.
Do you want to quit though? Do you want to just say, I'm tired of barbecue.
No.
I don't want no barbecue no more. I'm not going to get up and barbecue no more.
Every single day I wake up.
And I'm not talking about in relation to, because you golf. I'm not talking about, I just don't want to work today. I'm talking about just period.
Right.
Like, just burn my hands, cut them off. I don't want to do it anymore.
No,
you ever
never
feel like that?
Never, because I always feel that I could reach into somebody's existence. If I could feed them a plate of ribs or some macaroni and cheese or some greens or some salad or whatever, I reach into their existence to the point that they will never forget me if I've done a good job. So I mean, I don't think I'll ever not want to do this. My granddad,
I think you do a good job.
2 weeks before he started to rest in death, he was still flipping ribs. So I mean, it is what it is.
Wow.
Yep, 2 weeks before, he went on vacation and he got sick and he didn't make it. But all that being said, he was still there cooking and enjoying, you know. And that's
so what is your legacy behind it? Because his is going to be 68. And
right.
Somehow somebody back got to hurt.
Right.
I mean, like literally, do you want to keep putting in more? Is it some big goals you want to accomplish, Mr. Whitmore?
Right.
Because we do know you for barbecue. Matter of fact, it's kind of confusing because when I used to eat barbecue, you know, look at my fingers. I didn't know between Whitmore's and Mount Pleasant.
Right.
Some people don't know about that. So can you give us just a little sunlight between that? Because I'm like, I don't know if it's Whitmore's or barbecue, and I'm arguing. And why is the names intertwined? So just let us know that.
Now you know what that is. Whitmore's Mount Pleasant. My granddad and grandmom split, 60 years ago, or whatever it was, and at that point, she actually received that specific location. As part of the divorce settlement, and she changed the name to Mount Pleasant. Kind of a woman scorn, unfortunately, but still, she did know the barbecue industry and was doing it, and so she was willing to continue on, and she did with my dad and my uncle and my aunt. So they were all together, you know. And that's kind of how that went. But you know, I know they did a great job. They continued on. They were very consistent with their product, and that's why the name did change to Mount Pleasant. But really, that initially was the first location in Whitmore's. That was the first location. You know what I'm saying?
Because we love history. We love education. Right. We love growth.
The story.
We love the developing elements unfolding as we are the bridge.
That's right. Now, okay, so quickly to you. We'll talk to you for a moment. As a managing cosmetologist, what are some of the things that you have set as a goal for the show and even for yourself and the things that you hope to do for the future as you move on?
Absolutely, definitely. I want to bring growth. I want to bring love. I want to bring beauty. I want to bring esteem, confidence. Just getting out there doing the work. You know, and so many times that we don't do enough and we don't put in enough. But I want people to be like, I want to be just like you, and I'm doing something that's on the good side, that's in the light. You know, it's just growth. I want to see myself grow. Because sometimes we could just be doing something so much and we don't care to realize what we're doing. Like, oh my God, I used to wear golds thinking I'm the stuff. Gold teeth for 8 years, diamonds all on my mouth. You know that's gingivitis.
It's not good for you.
I just got my teeth cleaned today too. Right. Do you know that's gingivitis?
Right. It's tough.
We do things that we don't understand, but we just do them, and it's not having to understand it. I want to know, so that's what I'm gonna bring. I just want to bring, something to the reality of the world and our viewers and our listeners that you can set a goal that high and you can obtain this goal if you believe you can. Right. But I just want to keep bringing that to the table and just bringing especially style. Being a managing cosmetologist, I can run my own salon, I can manage my own salon, and just going into the restaurant. And I just got an opportunity with you, a partnership ownership at Whitmore's Barbecue, Valentine Whitmore's, right. 222-22295.
That's right.
Plug us, Ohio. 44117.
That's correct.
Very good. I had to put the drop in. Did I drop?
You drop Whitmore. That's right. But you'll eat it.
Definitely. I just having that success and having that business mind, and being around more entrepreneurs and people with that spirit to want, just hungry twin.
That's right.
They want to do more out here. Correct. And sometimes we so stuck around being around people that don't want to do nothing and don't want to be nothing. And I ain't said nothing.
Right.
So I like to be around people more of that influence to give you that healthy. I just want to give people that healthy esteem, that healthy spirit, because we can keep that garbage in a trash can. I don't want to bring off that loud smell, you know. Exactly. So I just want to bring a good smell. You smell me?
Beautiful.
That's beautiful. Pretty much what I want to do, and I'm gonna continuously try to bring that beauty and that fashion, that esteem, baby.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I know. You look nice too. You did a nice job. With everything that you did today.
With you or with me? Oh, okay.
Exactly. Now listen. So this is what I think, and again, and just kind of summing this whole thing up. I think that we can bring some of this education for people who are looking for different things. When you discuss business, when you discuss fashion, when you discuss food, I like the idea of healthy food options that I really want to bring to the table to make sure people continue to really do as
so
good
what's
as they
on the
can.
menu? Because I know I'm going to bag the barbecue chicken.
Right.
I mean, not the fried chicken.
The barbecue.
With the with the
grease
sauce
and all
on
that.
top.
Right.
I'm talking about barbecue chicken.
Grilled right off the fresh off the
barbecue
grill.
Chicken.
That's right. And
I'm ready to lick my fingers right now.
That's right, and it'll taste good, because you had some Whitmore's earlier, didn't you? Not quite. Huh?
No.
You'll get some later.
No,
you'll get Whitmore's
I didn't
later.
have none today.
Listen, but I'm saying to you now.
Was that a test question?
You're right.
You just trying to test me.
I was. Hey, we'll be able to take these healthy options.
Yes.
I'm saying more of the vegetables, of the things that now
salads.
I talked about things that you can eat together and even promote weight loss. They produce of course, healthier thinking and the vibe that we would have. It's easier for digestion, your blood. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, people get involved in using pharmaceuticals to try to take care of different problems, different deficiencies. But we could take, if we eat the right stuff, then this thing can actually help you to put you into a situation where you feel better, sleep better, wake up better, digestion better.
Just light.
That's
just
right.
Being,
all of it's
just
better.
all the way just being light and lifted and just being just down and heavy and sluggish.
Right.
And just bringing that energy and that newness.
And you discussed it even as it relates to cosmetology. A lot of times the way people treat themselves, their skin, their hair,
all
of
things
these
we're
things.
able to identify with. I mean, a cosmetology license is equivalent to a 2-year medical degree.
Right.
So we're like cousins or brothers with the medical field, with the doctors. And you definitely need to understand the anatomy, the eyes, or even somebody has a common cold. I can't do your hair because you're coughing, and that's contamination.
Right.
It's sanitation.
Very good.
And everything you do, even with food, that's how we relate, and that's something that I got into because it's just more of that cleanness. You have to have sanitation.
You gotta have
because if you don't, you're going to pick up something.
That's right.
And it's going to get to somebody else, and then that caused that line.
That's right.
Of that contamination. That bacteria is no joke.
No, and it kills. It kills. A lot of these guys, the athletes, have come to realize that some of this contamination within the, when they're washing and the showers and that type of thing. They have these different diseases that come up because of being with somebody else,
or even not knowing that you have it is the thing. But you just try to be more aware and cautious of these things and eating out at certain places, because you want to be in a clean environment. You want to know that your food is being prepared in a way that it's supposed to.
So I think
under
with
the
this,
right circumstances and conditions.
So I just think that a lot of times information definitely is power.
Information is the key. Knowledge is the key.
That's right. So if we get the right information on a lot of this stuff, even as it relates to being involved in businesses, being involved with other people, meeting individuals, and using some of those opportunities to now take you to another level within your life. So I think that's what the Bridge Show can do.
Absolutely.
We can give all that
that's
information.
why most of the time I got into a lot of things that I shouldn't have, is by having that lack of knowledge. But I can't knock it, because that lack of knowledge, when I did fall down, it was a way for me to want to get that knowledge, because if I knew it all, ain't no telling.
Right.
Exactly. So just being able to have that, like that WD-40.
Right.
It took them 39 tries for them to come up with WD-40.
Right.
So a failure is not an option, but failure, sometimes you have to keep going past that.
Exactly.
And then get that knowledge and it's okay.
As we've had conversation, if it's a learning experience, then it's something that, you benefited from as a person. And with that learning experience, again, you can go elsewhere, do something different, do something better. You've learned in retrospect what not to do.
Right.
So if we when I did discuss the Bridge Show again, it gives us an opportunity to take these many years of history that we've had and then put it together with, some of the things that you've learned. And now we got a nice mesh, bring in some of the different celebrities and whatnot that we know and that we can bring to the table, and they can discuss certain things. So that's why our interviews will come in. We'll have opportunity to meet different people, talk to different people, and see how they made it, how they survived.
Yeah, but these couple shows is just going to be all about us, Van.
Right, exactly. We
don't have no time for nobody else. We have 2 more shows. Our first 4 shows is
about us, just to give some indication of who we are, how we roll, what we think. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's good.
We just need a little foundation to break the ground.
And go from there.
And build on the ground some more.
Yeah. So
we just going to go from there.
I think we got a premise and a way that we can move this thing forward, and we really can get our listeners and viewers to see exactly what we try to be, and then ultimately make this thing positive for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Okay. So we'll talk a little bit, and a lot of this stuff will come out too when you discuss relationships, when you discuss
relationships. What type of relationships? Because we're talking about cheating.
Yeah, no, that's
now we're gonna take a break in about 4 minutes, but when we come back, we definitely will be talking about cheating and what is the purpose of cheating and how can we use cheating and what is it?
Why is it? Why is it? Now and I want to talk too about
and
this.
How is it?
I want to talk about it.
How is it?
And how is it? And
where do we go? Are we saying something?
Where do we go?
Are we saying something?
Where do we go?
And how can we go somewhere?
And look at this piece now, because I was thinking about that too when you discuss relationships within the family.
How can you be with somebody and then they want somebody else, or you might want somebody else?
Right, exactly. So those would be the topics of what we discuss. Now, I also want to talk about relationships as it relates to family and prominent families, because a lot of times, we saw the situation even now with the, the Whitney and the Bobby Brown and the daughter and all of this stuff. And I'm just saying how anybody can be affected by it. I think about our family when there's different situations.
I mean, we see things that we have to be more responsible for. Do you understand what I'm going with that?
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes we just don't know the effect. It's a ripple effect. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know that if somebody going to do the same thing they just seen.
Right.
Use that power instead of just wasting it.
Right.
You have power in everything you say, do, and everything. Watch that. Boom. You got power.
Exactly. I was thinking about it. I told you I look at ours. I go to conversations and how the families will be affected by all of the stuff that you do. I mean, sometimes we always want to say.
But there go that knowledge again.
Right.
There's that knowledge again. You have to have that key.
We want to do what we want to do.
Because you're locked out.
That's right.
And you can't do whatever you want to do because you don't have the key.
Right. Exactly.
You don't even want the key, do you?
No. A lot of times people don't. They don't, and they don't really know what to do with the key. They get the key, and they don't know how to get the key in. what is going to open up, But these are things that happen within families, and also, when I think about what because it always talks about, even when you talk about a whole society, that now the strong families will make a stronger society. So if we can do the things that we need to do within
our
the family,
families is broke up.
That's true.
Our families is towed down.
Right.
Like it's been like that, but we try to reach out somewhere else to try to get or create a family.
Right. Well,
our families the real family is gone.
I know in America.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, that's true. In America, there's been a lot of times that they took things that were not conducive to being together and single families and that type of thing.
They look like that Little House on the Prairie, but they have issues inside that family.
Right, exactly.
They have problems. They hurt. They do everything we do.
Even for those who have gotten the monies, even they got some of the promises, but they didn't. They wasn't able to get the family piece together. So I think all of that is what we need to discuss, even as we go forward. Because
it's a working process.
I'll say this though, for the guys that I've been able to see who were prominent, who had some money and had some background, usually they had somebody mentored within the family that they looked at, they followed.
Now who you talking about? Because I know about Eminem, his family wasn't all that great.
Right.
It was a few rappers.
Right. I remember
Tupac. His family wasn't all that great.
It may be dating myself, but some of the older guys, older guys like Walter Williams. I remember of the OJs, his mom and dad were not together, but then his grandfather.
We're going to have to come back to this. It's getting good, but we might just have to come back.
Prominent family. The Bridge Show, baby. The Bridge Show.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting, JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
Let's see, Radio Network Weather is brought to you by NeoWeather and NeoWeather.com, Ohio's home for weather. All right, wow, how about the weather today? I hope you got to enjoy at least part of the day as temperatures made it into the lower 70s. We'll keep the temperatures for the next several days, but we'll have to deal with a few showers and thunderstorms at times. For tonight, skies will be mostly clear and temperatures will stay rather warm in the lower 50s. For your Thursday, we'll have increasing clouds with some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Right now, we're not expecting any severe storms, but a few could be strong. Be sure to stay tuned for the latest. Highs will make it to around 74. Be sure to check out neoweather.com and like us on Facebook for the latest weather updates. From the MSC Radio Network, I'm Mark Spencer.
If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. Heat 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningshowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Hey, unsigned bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, unsigned bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectiphy.com. That's RECTIPHY.com.
Hey, it's Big Daddy from the Marty Allen Show. Catch the replay of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on MSC. Now, my show airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 2 at MartyAllenShow.com. But you can catch the best of the Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Morning Show Central. So if you want all the latest sports news, entertainment news, and everything else that's going on in the world, then tune into my show live at MartyAllenShow.com and the best of the replays right here at MorningShowCentral.com. Get MSC and get cooking, baby.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty. You and I are so different from one another that it makes me wonder just how you understand me. Giving my heart and soul to rock and roll, but you've always been there when I needed you most. I wanna say thank you for being my lady, by me for all these years. I need you more today than I did yesterday. I wanna thank you for being my lady. It's been a long time since we had a holiday, and I will make it up to you in the very best way. I know that sometimes you feel a little left out, but you never say anything to me. I wanna say I thank you for being my lady, for sticking right by me for all these years. I need you more today than I did yesterday. I wanna thank you for being my lady.
Show toll free 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Okay, we're back. The bridge is back. We have your bridge. Take me to the bridge. We're back. Hey, listen, we started to talk about some things at the end of that last little run we had there. Okay. And we talked about these prominent families, because it's a lot of different issues that come in with these prominent families. Now, the first issue, of course, is if somebody is a prominent family and they have different things that they can or cannot do.
What
people gonna look for
prominent?
Okay, I say prominent from the standpoint. Okay, so is it somebody who has now an opportunity? He has some decent money. It may be somebody who has done some things as it relates to business. Who may own many different things. I mean, it could be anything. I think about our family because we've been around for so long. There were a lot of people who came to us and knew us or wanted to be associated with us. So that would be the prominent family piece that I'm talking about. So I look at that when you discuss prominent families. Different things happen, and it's things that people try to take advantage of. They try to get involved with. They try to be around, and sometimes maybe it's just to be around something successful, maybe, but they're trying to be there. So again, you had mentioned the cheating piece, and I'll say this, that when somebody becomes prominent, and we'll discuss like your Bobby Browns of the world, even within our family and around our family, if they figure they could get something, then they're there and they'll offer different things. So now if you want to steer this toward cheating, what happens next? Like I think about even sometimes when I didn't think exactly the right way.
What are you saying?
If I didn't think exactly
prominent.
Well,
families.
you're gonna bring these people in. You're gonna bring other people now who didn't know, and they figured that they can have or they can be involved with or something like that. So they're gonna start to come around you, and they're looking for advantages. I think about your people like your Michael Jordans of the world, even your Bobby Browns of the world, and these people did come in and they say, hey, what the heck? I want to get involved and I want to see what the heck you guys are about, and they're trying to get something that they from you if they can. I mean that's the plan if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, again, back to that cheating piece.
You didn't say nothing about your golf. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the prominent family piece and how it will affect.
Now, are you talking about prominent as being a known individual,
right,
or are you talking about a prominent family as being big?
Okay, prominent. Okay, it could be both of them. Prominent could be big as it relates to the area or the situation.
Just pick
prominent
one place.
Okay.
I just want to know where I'm going right now.
I'm saying to you right now, when you discuss a bridge or an opportunity for people to understand what happens, maybe how you can make better decisions, because that's what I'm saying about the whole thing.
We're gonna just go straight, cut the cake,
right,
straight to cheating. I'm not gonna be waiting on who the family and who the no.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay, so now
let's go.
Okay, so again, back to this.
Let's go.
Now there could be some wrong thinking involved. I think about me because when you have a wife and children and all of these things, and if you start,
let's bring up the Tiger Woods.
Right.
Let's bring that up.
Okay, so there's a prominent guy. He's a multimillionaire. Okay. He's in a position where he could do anything he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And so now, did that necessitate that he should start messing around with 10, 15 different women? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But they were there and they were looking for advantages too. See, so I've often thought, now don't blame it.
He was in the wrong place looking. I don't care if it was a woman or a guy. I'm comfortable in my seat.
Right.
I think my chair fits me. Therefore, a woman or a guy.
Right.
He was looking, and he wasn't at the grocery store looking for no chicken wings. I'm talking about he was out there looking, and he got what he was looking for.
Right.
And it wasn't at home.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
And you know what? And I'm not saying that this was his situation, but I think
no,
everybody.
I want you to say that.
But listen, because
I can't talk to you right now.
A lot of people.
I can't talk to you right now.
Will blame it all on the guy.
But see, I don't want you to take up for Tiger Woods.
Right. I'm just saying it's different elements.
That's the cheating part.
It's different elements.
See, that's the cheating part.
But it's different elements to it, because you got these things, and I'm not saying every man.
I just wanted to have a real conversation with somebody who knows about cheating.
Right. Well, I'm saying to you, and I don't know why you try to make me a pro about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Only pros know, baby. And I'm sorry, you're not the pro.
Listen, but I'm just saying. Right, I'm not on cheating, I'm not. But anyway, back to the point.
I know.
The situation is like this. That there are situations where
when I mean a pro, I'm talking about somebody that's mature, somebody that's been through something, and somebody who wants to grow from this. I'm not talking about somebody who wants to continue. As you get a new house,
right,
and you knew what it took to get you to this house, and you want to say, okay, I'm gonna get this house now, I'm gonna do better now, I'm gonna do this and do that. That house is clean. Don't go with all your junk trying to put all this stuff back into this new house.
Right.
Is what I
and you know what, I'm cool with that piece. I'm cool with it.
It's not being a perfect family. It's not being perfect. It's more so being the best that you want to be, the best that you can be.
Well, I understand that piece, but again, I think that everybody has to put their little 2 cents in it, as it were, for the thing to work. Because a lot of times women have left men, and been involved with other people.
I really don't want this to be about a division, of the male ego, But I got an ego too,
right. That I understand.
Since we talking about ego, see, that's what we getting at. We getting at egos right now.
And I'm feeling that. But I'm telling you now that a lot of times it's not just a guy. It's not just okay. Now maybe yes, did he get involved to do something he wasn't supposed to do? Of course, because if that's where he was at, that's where he was at. But I'm saying to you that sometimes, other people share responsibility.
That's fine. Let's share responsibilities, because I want to have like 5 guys and not even have the commitment of being with neither. No man at all.
Right.
That'll be perfect.
Right.
For all 5 of them.
Exactly.
And it might be perfect for me as well in the sense that I'm not really there where I'm supposed to be at.
But if somebody
I cannot be totally committed to myself, because I'm right here, I'm right there, I'm a little there, and I'm over there.
And you wouldn't be.
So it can never be in the bottom line. I don't care how much fun you having, how many girls you got paying them this. You think the girl's not gonna take the money? The bottom line. They're gonna take it. You're gonna give it to them.
Right.
What you want them to say?
Right.
Well, no, I don't want it. Give it here. I might just take it.
That part is cool. But that's what happens.
That part is cool.
No, I'm saying as far as you understand.
I think we're gonna have a cheater
to understand it.
Be baptized today.
That's what I'm saying. But to understand it, that's what happens. Unfortunately, and a lot of times people do what they're not supposed to do. But I'm telling you,
we know this. Right. We already.
All I'm saying is now. But all I'm saying is there's shared responsibility. I believe if everybody's on the same page, at least to some extent.
So I want to get down to you're not there with me yet. We're still on the surface.
Right.
What is cheating? I'm not gonna ask you, because you're not gonna even talk about cheating.
Right.
Because you shake it now when it comes to cheating.
No, I'm not shaking.
So secretive?
Well, you know what? Well, of course, if you think you ain't doing the right thing, if you're not being in the right place, then if you supposedly have made a commitment,
I love this.
You know what I'm saying? Then if you okay, I made this commitment to be with this individual. Then I decide to go someplace else and do something I'm not supposed to do because you made this commitment.
So what if I stay doing something I'm not supposed to do? Because we all might cheat in so different ways. That's done. Let's go and throw that out.
That happens.
But what if I make it grow, because I'm planting the seed now?
Right.
So what if I say, dang, I didn't threw something out there. Man, do I go back out there and keep getting it?
Well, no, I mean, if it ain't, it really never works.
No, I'm not saying, I'm not asking for an explanation.
Right.
I'm asking.
Right.
What I just threw it out there.
Right.
So now where am I, basically?
Well, if you throwing it out there like that, then that's what you're thinking is, and ultimately you're going to be a cheater. That's just how this go. Because now at that point, that's how you think. So if you see a situation, so you figured it.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying after I throw that out there, boom,
right.
I didn't started something.
Right.
And if I don't go back out there,
right.
Period. But I didn't just started something.
Right.
So now what is that?
Well, I mean, that would have to be you still thinking the wrong way. That's the bottom line. You thinking wrong. Because if you say, now I'm committed in a relationship, and then I decide to throw this thing out, whatever it may be.
No, I didn't say I was in a relationship.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But if that's where you was at, then an individual would be looking to, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go over here. I'm looking over there. See, now you get these shifty eyes. And you see guys or girls with the shifty eyes. They're not looking, they're looking at something else. They're looking at something else. Yeah, they're not never focused on that person.
We can talk about the eyes.
That's right.
Because the eyes will tell you a lot. The eyes will tell you if that one's for you.
Right.
How that person has his eyes or her eyes all on just you.
You. Correct. And
that's the key, because we can be out somewhere, and if I'm doing like this, right. or you doing like this, what you think I'm gonna do when I get with that other person, right. or when I do when I'm with you?
Same thing.
It's no difference. Nope. But I really wanted us to get some juice in cheating. Why do we cheat? Why do we come to a point where we're draped with somebody's attention, and we don't end up being with that person no more?
We talked about.
Have you ever been cheated on?
No. Not that I know of. I didn't know of.
So let me hit that.
Right.
So you mean to tell me out of 106 years, you never been cheated on?
Not that I know of.
Never?
Not that I know of.
Never.
Not that I know of. That all I can say is not that I know of.
So that's a piece of that ego I was listening.
Not that I know of, because
I was listening.
You know what? Anybody can do anything they want to do. Because so I can't necessarily say nobody did or didn't cheat. But I could, as far as I know, nobody said, hey, you know, I happen to have that one of those nights and I was with somebody else, and even though I'm still with you. So as far as I know, I say no. But hey, that anything can happen. You know, we both know that.
Well,
so as far as I know, that's all you can do. When you look at all of this stuff, it's all human nature. Human nature can do anything at any time. You know, you can be on the right path.
So have you ever cheated on someone?
Yes, I have. I always said this. I said it's
wow.
When a person does it, it's a heart and want. A person is looking for something, whether it be male or female, that they're not getting.
This is who I want to hear from.
They're not getting. They're in a situation,
right?
But maybe they have an ideology or mentality about somebody, and they're not getting what they need. So then that heart and want, because the heart can be identified as the seat of motivation.
What about it going to other sexes though?
Oh, now see, that's
no. Does that even exist to a point that that don't count because I was with her,
right?
Or I was with him,
right? Exactly.
Does that even make up any type of makeup that just make it? Oh, I don't see it.
Well, it can't make it better, and it's not any good for anybody because, you know, you think about the diseases that have been promoted. Of course, the loss of any trust and all of this stuff happens with all of that. Yeah. So it can't be better for an individual to continue to try to be involved in these other types of relationships.
Right.
You mentioned earlier to start looking at other people and looking at other things, even when you're around the one that you're supposed to be committed to, and all of a sudden you're looking elsewhere, then you can't have that focus on that individual to satisfy them in any way, emotionally, physically, sexually, or anything. You can't
Everything is grounded and rooted with self.
That's right.
So if you're looking to better yourself, if you're looking to have things for yourself, you best believe when you go meet him or her and whoever you hook up with,
right,
they got to have the same characteristics that you as self desire and wants. But don't let it be hidden, or don't be fooled that they want the same things you want.
Exactly.
And if they don't, by knowing what it is that I do want and being very clear, I'm going to get it.
Right. Every single time.
I'm going to get it.
Hey, you know what? And let me say this. If somebody is looking for something like that, or if they looking for experience, or they looking to hype, they going to find it. They're going to find it. They're going to keep looking, and they're going to find it because they got that heart and want, and they're looking for something.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've often said this, and I still say this to this day. If anybody will focus on the relationship that they in as hard as they do, unfortunately, with these other relationships, then they probably could make that relationship work. But they said they get so involved.
So you never, ever, ever had a friend that wanted to talk to your boo or tried to sneak up on your boo?
Of course, I did.
Okay.
Of course I did.
Okay.
But I feel, based on some of the things I was able to do within the relationship, that they remain committed to me. That's how I feel. You know, so again, if that was not true, then I didn't know it. It was never told to me that I had to get something else.
I just got a call the other day. Let me play this. No, I'm just
and somebody said something, but it's a subject, unfortunately, that has been in mankind's existence for many, many years. In the Bible, David committed a situation or a relationship to somebody. He ended up having a relationship with Uriah's wife, Bathsheba. So he actually went in, and he was a man with over 500 wives and concubines, yet he still entered into a relationship with somebody. You know, the guy only had one. He only had one wife.
That's so true, but we don't do things by having that notion that what I reap is what I sow. And idealistically, it's not really what I don't know what's best for me. I do what I think is best for me, but I don't have the idealistic that, you know, I know what's best for me.
Right.
You know, I study, I read the word. I'm not perfect, but I strive to be better only because I'm getting information. And why is it? Oh, I'm going to just stay there because that's calling me over there. But let me just stay right here for a moment. But that was a good point, though. Dang. But David and Bathsheba, that's... You know, David, he was supposed to, he was married probably. Yeah, he was. But I think the only reason that cross was because he got him killed.
Yeah, he
got him killed.
He committed murder.
Now he
put him on the front line.
He was a good man.
He was,
and he was after guys'
his
own
heart was complete. to a God.
But when he set up that it was like a murder or just like a homicide or something. He just set that up because he was looking with those eyes. I think she was taking a bath. What's her name? Bathsheba?
Bathsheba, that's correct.
Bathsheba. Why was her name Bathsheba? She was taking a bath, exactly. And David was looking at them eyes. Right. That's too cute. I just caught on to
okay,
that.
so since you mentioned that, even in that situation, if David now was a man after God's heart, could it have been a mistake? Do you think it's ever a mistake for somebody to cheat? Is it just a mistake? Could it just be a mistake? Bad situation, mistake.
I believe you reap what you sow.
That's right. Automatically.
You reap what you sow. They lost a child behind that.
That's correct.
Was that Solomon's mother, by the way?
Yes.
The next child
correct.
They had?
That's correct.
But the first son, I think he fasted and wept, but they lost that baby.
Yeah. So
because that's...
So again, answer that question. Could it be a mistake? In that he was a man that was toward God now. He was with God. He loved God. So could it have been a mistake? Could that be? Can anybody just commit a mistake in cheating? What you think?
What you think?
I think so. I think somebody, because I think of him as an individual who
But he stayed with her. He loved her.
Right.
But love is
when he looked over there and saw this woman and ended up having a relation with that woman, okay, and ended up losing a baby with that woman, yet he still was able to maintain a relationship with God. He still had the most wisest man.
I mean, you just lost a baby,
right.
So you had to been in a very. I mean, it could have been you, and you're speaking to God. You have a relationship with God, and you knowing that, and see, that's how we didn't fail so far, because we choose not to have. We put a book up, and this is God, but we don't bring him or enter him inside of our home. We have that book,
right? Or
we go to church, we sit on that front pew, but after we leave church on Sunday, we don't congregate with him in our own wine and crackers. We don't do that. We don't want that, but we only want it in front of that eye. So keeping that relationship with him, that's the only way he made it through, because have you ever had bad luck? that's 9 times out of 10 you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and it's trying to get you back where you're supposed to be at. And it's not comfortable living in filth. It's not comfortable living in a way that is not pleasable. You want to be your best. Why I'm not being my best? What is it that I have to do to be my best? What is my best?
Okay, well, I mean, ultimately, that's what happened for him, and so I think of men today, I think of women today who are in positions where they don't maintain that chastity within the relationship, and they ended up, they end up with somebody else. They end up doing other things they're not supposed to do. So now again, I'm back to, is that now a mistake or not? I think it could be.
Now we're going to something else, because we're talking about the beginning of cheating, right? But we're not talking about the split up, the end of cheating,
right?
Now, I believe that's still the head of cheating, but we about to get out of here. We're going to have to go, so we're going to have to talk about the ending of cheating.
Right, because it's unfortunate.
And whatever else about cheating we might have to encounter.
Because it is, again, back to what we try to do, I think, with this show, is give different angles to the thing. Whatever that situation may be, how do people survive certain things?
Absolutely.
Even if you go through a bad relationship or a bad deal, does that mean that it's all over and you're a failure? I don't never think nobody. If you learn something from anything, then you're not a failure.
Cool. Thanks for talking about David, though. That was awesome, because they really played David. His brothers, when he wanted to fight, when he was out there with them sheep, and they didn't nobody stand up to Goliath, and they was like, line them up. We about to anoint somebody,
and it wasn't gonna
be
him.
They did not go get David.
They did not. It wasn't
these only sons right here. So, oh my God, thank you for talking about him.
It's beautiful.
I love people who's been left out, or people don't even acknowledge you. So shouts out to all y'all.
Yep. Anybody who who has been looked over, who has made a mistake,
you
still
last
you can still
all the time.
You still could be with God. You still could do everything you need to do, and that's really, again, back to the premise of this show, is try to give people just a different point of view. If you got a bad situation, it don't mean it's over. It just means hopefully you'll learn from it and you'll be better about it.
All right now.
Hey, we look forward to seeing you guys again next week at the Bridge.
Next week at the Bridge.
Valentine, have a fantastic week, and
Absolutely.
We'll put some good talk together for them, right?
Yes.
See you next week.
Bye.
From one another, that it makes me wonder how you understand me. Given my heart and soul to rock and roll,